Wait another minute or two. See if anybody from home dials in.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It's a beautiful day. Great. Looks like it's going to be a great weekend. Seniors got 1 week to go. I want to thank everybody that was here last night for senior awards. It was beautiful. Counselors did a tremendous job organizing it. If there were any issues that you thought in terms of work last night, please let them know. We'll get it straightened out. But I want to thank all the staff and seniors and parents and everybody that was here. Great night. Normally I'll make this announcement, but I'm getting a lot of these. Getting calls from some folks in the community that are looking for employees to hire for the summer. So especially if you're a senior, upperclassman, I have a concrete company that's calling. Langdon meets up on the Studio Road. We've got some others that are calling, really looking for some good people that want a job this summer. The pay on a couple of these things are quite well. So stop me in the hall and I'll give you the information. Again, we want to be good stewards in our community and we stay honored by calling Cooney High School, knowing that we have good people that can help them out. So if you're interested in something like that, stop and see me. Let's have a great day, seniors. 1 week to go. Next Friday is it for you. And so let's take care of business. Make sure you got everything taken care of. Have a great day.
Okay, I guess we got nobody else. If you haven't already, let's put the phones up, please. Okay, so we basically have 2 tests going on. We have the Odyssey going on. That's it. Okay. The grammar test should have been finished by Wednesday night. Okay, I just checked it this morning. The vocab test should have been done by Wednesday night. I just checked it this morning. So I checked each of those things a day late, and I want to show you something here. So vocab test, checking it a day late. 14 people didn't do it. Looks like several people have done it since I checked it this morning, because instead of doing assignments when they're actually assigned, a lot of people wait till the 0 hits the grade book and then you go back and do them. And that's freaking sad, you guys. Is that how you're gonna live? Wait until you have a 0 and then go back and fix it. Because let me tell you something right now. Next year, you're gonna be in a little bit of shock. And you're gonna start failing all your classes if that's how you're operating right now. Okay, the equivalent of that would be just kind of not showing up to class or having a test and then just sitting there and not doing it. And then asking the teacher if you can do it the next day. And that teacher, certainly me, is gonna say, are you kidding? No, you get a 0, that's it, okay? You know what my policy is with homework during the year? Like if it's a routine homework assignment, like a vocab exercise or a grammar exercise, or even a piece of reading that we've had several days to do. If you want to guess what my policy is normally, if you don't have it on the day that's due, you've not been sick, there's no extenuating circumstances. I'll guess. I don't take it. That's it. You get a 0. Because if I don't, then I have a situation like today, like we have some Odyssey reading that was 2.5 pages of reading that you had a video provided for you of me reading it out loud while pointing at the text and explaining it as I went, which pretty much connects to the 6 questions that you had to answer. It was assigned, what, beginning of this week? I think. Actually, end of last week? I can't even remember. Okay. But you had like 3 days to do it. And let's see, on the vocab test, we had 19 people do it. It was less than that. Some of you guys probably just did it when you came in here. Oh, I have a 0. I better take the test. Grammar test. Here we have 14 people have done it and 19 people have it. Less than half the people completed the test. And it was due 2 days ago. And again, I apologize to those of you who are actually doing your stuff and making an attempt to do it on time, because there are some of you who are doing that. Okay. So that's not directed at you. Okay, book 5 reading and study guide. 10 people have completed this out of 33. That's between you guys and 7th bell. You guys have a little bit better percentage than 7th bell. Yes, sir. Yep. I mean, you can do whatever you want, Ethan. It's fun. The special effects are terrible, but it does follow the Odyssey pretty closely, and it's a fun movie to watch. I can't stop you from watching the whole thing. I haven't posted the whole thing, so you'd have to access that yourself. Or is the whole thing in there? Yeah, okay. You can do whatever you want, but my suggestion would be if you want to try to watch it, maybe wait until we've read parts of the Odyssey and then watch the movie after, instead of kind of spoiling the whole story for yourself. You know what I mean? It's like, it's up to you. I'm glad you're interested in it. And it is fun to watch. It's always fun to watch a movie after you read something, right? And it's, it's kind of like an ancient comic book or something as far as like the content of the story. So is it tricky to read? Is it kind of difficult to read? Well, yeah, of course. It's really old. It's an ancient Greek epic. It's really influential in a lot of other stories. That's what I find interesting about it. And people have been reading it for like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. It's crazy it's stuck around, but there's reasons for that because it's influenced everything else. But regardless of whether you find it interesting or not, we're reading in small chunks. And I'm giving you a video of me talking through it. You don't even have to make your way through it yourself. You listen to me while you watch the video. Those of you who've done that, you've used my video, right? And you don't have to, but if you're having trouble reading it and not using the video, that doesn't really make any sense because I'm gonna walk you through it. Okay. I would rather do that than try to do that in class because there's only a certain number of people in here. We don't get very many people dialing in. Obviously, nobody did today. And I feel like I reach more people if I just put the video out there and have that purposely for you. Okay. But amongst the people that we have here, we have a grand total of 3 people in this room who have actually done the questions on the Odyssey for today. And so I'm not going to put 6 people out in the hall and staying here with 3 people to review the Odyssey. Okay, so all you people who aren't doing it, you're keeping me from even really being able, you're keeping us from being able to have class and sit here together and review something for just a few questions on a few pages of reading. And instead, now we're all going to stay in here and we're going to work silently for the entire rest of the bell, unless you show me that you finished all those things to catch up. And then I'm going to post a video later, or I'm going to make a video later that I'm only going to show to people who finished their work. And that's not very fun. I'd rather be interacting with you and talking and, kind of laughing about the ridiculous, crazy supernatural stuff going on in the story. But I can't do that if you're not going to do any work. Or if you're only going to wait until zeros hit the grade book and then go back and figure out what you were supposed to have done over and over and over again. And I know that's what the majority of you are doing. And that's no way to live. And if you're going to do everything eventually, you're not really doing a different amount of work or less by waiting to do it until later. You're just kind of doing everything one step behind, and it does affect the participation. Okay. I know I'm giving credit up to 2 weeks for late work, but it still does something to you. Okay. So you're not just going to get like full credit all the time. And I'm not going to post a bunch of answers and give it to you when you're not doing it, because then you're just going to copy the key. And then nobody's doing anything. And it's like we're not even having school. That's why I didn't even want to go by the policy of giving full credit on late homework for 2 weeks, but I have to. It's a school policy. I'll just tell you that, because this is what we end up with. We end up with 3/4 of the class not doing any work on time. So for the remainder of our time today, most of the time, please finish your vocab test. Please finish your grammar test. And please work on the Odyssey and let me know if you're having trouble with any materials accessing stuff, because there's this Odyssey unit slides that you keep having to go back to. It's a material. That's why it's a materials post. Okay. You go in there and you go to slide 15, and that's the link to open the text that you'll be using over and over again as we make our way through. So if you're having trouble accessing any of that, let me know. Remember, there's the video for you to watch. But short of you guys finishing all 3 of those things, I want to see all of you working on one or the other of those things from now until the end of class. Okay? Because that's apparently the only way I can get everybody to finish their work. Everybody understand? Remember, next year, school's going to be back to normal. You have to learn, you have to relearn and remember how to keep track of your stuff, write things in a planner, know when things are due, and actually do them on time. You're not going to be able to slide by like you can this year, and we're getting really complacent, except for several of you. I'll say that one more time. All right, get to it. I'll be at my desk if you need me. We can see your screens, so be where you're supposed to be and work on what you're supposed to work on. Try using that. It's up to me reading through it, and I talk about it and explain it as I'm reading through it. If you're trying, you don't want to, that's fun, but strongly suggest giving it a try.